Hello, everybody. Today we're going to talk about dental flywheel. This is something that most dentists don't realize that are holding them back from growing. And this is kind of the secret sauce. When you look at these practices that are, they have all these new patients, they're growing, they're quality new patients, they're buying treatment, their teams are happy, the offices are growing, the dentist is happy. It usually revolves around this, what I'm going to share with you today. And you can see this on my screen. And it brings a ton of impact. And it's so simple. It's simple, but it's hard to do. So we're going to talk about this today. Stay tuned for this one. Welcome back to another episode of Dental Marketing Go. I'm your host, Gary Bird. I'm the owner of SMC National, where we help offices just like yours level the playing field against the big guys so you can grow the way that you want. But you can't grow if you do not learn the dental flywheel. And this is the growth flywheel. And what I'm going to share with you today is something that the successful practices already understand, but most people learn this the hard way, and some people never learn it. So I'm going to share this with you, and I want you to take it the right way, and I want you to hear me all the way out, because at first it's going to offend you, and then it's going to click, and then you're going to grow from it, okay? Now, this is what we call the dental flywheel. It's very, very simple. So you're going to see the inner ring, the attract, engage, and delight, and then you're going to see the outer ring, strangers, leads, patients, referrals. So let's start with the inner ring. So the inner ring is attract, engage, and delight, and then it repeats. And you say, well, what does that mean? Very, very simply, in every single business, this isn't just for dental. This is for any business, any organization. You have to attract people to your business. How do you do that? That's marketing. Those are Google reviews. Maybe for some dental offices, it's insurances, whatever it may be. So you have to first attract people to you, and you have to figure that out. Pretty simple, right? Then from there, you have to engage with them. How do we do that? This is your phones, your website, your chat on your website, those kind of things. And again, this goes for every single business. But then the hard part comes. Then you have to delight them. And this is where most dental practices fail. Meaning you have to blow them out of the water. They have to really be impressed with what you provide with them. And I'll be honest with you, this is hard. It's hard for my business. It's hard for any business to delight somebody. It's over delivering on what you promise or what people expect. Because people expect this, you got to give them this. What happens when you do that is you get referrals, right? You get patient referrals. For me, I get doctor referrals. Doctors get really happy with our services, and they refer other doctors to work with us. I have some doctors that every week they're sending me somebody. Hey, Gary, you got to work with this person now. And these are the best kinds of customers for us. And same for you. The best kind of patients for you are a doctor or patient referral. Why? Because there's a transfer of trust that happens there. So now you attract more customers, more patients, you engage with them, and then you delight them. And then they're happy and they refer more people to you, okay? Healthy offices are going to have 20 to 40, maybe even more patients that are being referred to them through this flywheel every single month. And here's the great news. You don't have to pay for these. These do not cost money. They're not complicated. Everybody understands this inner ring right here. And this is the best kind of patient that you can possibly get for your practice. They're going to show up, they're going to buy treatment. When you hear dentists talk about, oh, I want better quality patients, this is what they're talking about, is this inner ring, okay? And it works so well, okay? And you're going, okay, Gary, you haven't blown me away yet. Okay, the outer ring is where it's going to blow you away. Strangers, leads, patients, referrals, okay? So these patients that come from marketing are going to first show up to your practice. They're going to Google search. They're going to be a stranger. They don't know you. They don't know anything about your practice. They don't know anything about you. What's going to happen is those are going to turn into leads. Now, dentists don't like that word leads, but there's a reason that we call them leads and not patients. It's because they haven't made it into your practice yet. And a lot of potential patients get stuck here in the lead section. Your team has to engage with them and turn them into patients. And then they turn into referrals. Here's the secret. Most practices are losing close to 100% of their marketing patients, and this is why they never grow. You get 40 new patients a month. Most of those are coming from patient referrals. The vast majority of marketing patients never make it into your door. Why? Because the average unanswered call rate during normal business hours is 35%, meaning you're not answering the phone 35% of the time. So you're losing 35% of your marketing budget right there. And then the average phone conversion is 50% for marketing new patients. This isn't for patient referrals. This is for marketing patients. So what does that mean? That means 50% of the people who are left over from marketing are getting converted on the phones. They're scheduling an appointment, but they're still not a patient yet. Then the average time to appointment right now is floating right between 2 to 3 weeks. So now you're going to have a 30%, 40% no-show on those marketing patients, which means you're left with almost nothing. You're left with about 10% to 20% of your marketing new patients actually making it in through the door. And then you never get the chance to delight them. And then they can't refer you more patients because you have to delight them before they can refer you more patients. So the only thing that's actually making your practice maintain and stay where it's at is patient referrals. If you close these gaps that I just explained to you, we answer the phones, we then learn how to answer the questions of the patient so we can schedule them, and then we learn block scheduling so we can get the patients in right away. Guess what ends up happening? This flywheel absolutely spins out of control, and you have more patients than you can handle. You grow faster than you can handle, and then you cut back on your marketing. And we have this happen regularly with our clients. It's like, okay, now it's time to cut back on our marketing because we have too many new patients, and they're referring too many people, and then you're getting the quality that you want. Everybody ends up happy. Everybody's getting what they want, but instead, most people just end up frustrated with their marketing, frustrated with their growth. They end up treading water. They end up in the same place this year that they were last year. And the reason is a lot of people are like, well, it's marketing. In this particular scenario, it wasn't marketing. It was actually the phones being answered, converted, and scheduled in a timely manner. Now, some practices don't have any referrals. So this is the opposite problem. Some practices are like, I need 50 new patients a month, and only 5 of those are coming from patient referrals. What that tells you is you haven't got this delight stage down. And if that's happening, marketing isn't going to be able to carry the water forever for you. So that's the opposite end. So you have to have both working for you if you really want to grow. If you have one or the other, if you have all marketing and barely any patient referrals, you're not going to grow the way that you want. If you have all referrals and no marketing, you're not going to be able to grow past a certain stage. So you've got to have both. I would love your thoughts on this. Number 1, have you seen this before? Number 2, what part are you working on? I would love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in today. Hopefully this was a help to you. You have a good day.